Hey yo, football fans, it's another great year. Fantasy football fiends, grab your beer. Giving you the best draft tips for all your picks. Starts and sits to the waiver wire fix. From my drafts galore to stats that's hardcore. Triple F does it all, have y'all screaming more. So sit back, relax, let the experts prevail. JT Magnum, Siggy Guns never fail. What's up, fantasy football fans? My name is JT Magnum here with Siggy Guns. Welcome back to Fantasy Football Fiends Top 30 Rankings. We're doing the defenses this time. We're going to switch it up. We're not going to discuss all these defenses because there's no use talking about the lower tier defensive rankings because you're only going to have 1 to 2 defenses on your team anyways. And usually people have one and then they switch up later and things like that. And you never know what defenses, how they're going to rank. So we will start our rankings right away. Let's do from 30 to 26. What's your defenses?
I have New Orleans, Tennessee, San Diego, Atlanta, Jacksonville.
And I have at number 30 the Bears, the Bucks, the Saints, the Giants, and the Redskins. Who's your 25 through 21?
I have the Bears, Bucks, Giants, Steelers, Bengals at 21.
The Bears. The Steelers at 25 for me. I think their defense is going to suck. Steelers, Chargers, Colts, Patriots I have at 22. Shocking, I know, but I just think they lost a lot of pieces. And,
that's pretty shocking because I have mine pretty high.
Yeah, and 21 I have the Bengals, who I think just cannot stop the run. But who's your 20 through 16?
I have Dallas, Minnesota, Denver, Cleveland, and San Francisco.
My 20 through 16 are the Cowboys actually as well. Panthers, Falcons, Raiders, and Ravens. Who's your 15 through 11?
I have Colts, Panthers, Chiefs, Green Bay, and St. Louis Rams at 11.
My 15, shocking here, Cardinals, who have some defensive problems right now with some injuries. Cardinals, Browns, Lions, 49ers at 12. I know it's shocking. People are saying, oh, they lost many players. I think not. 11, Broncos. Who's your 10 through 5?
All right, 10 through 6.
Or 6, yeah, 10 through 6, my fault.
Dolphins, Lions, Jets, Eagles, and the Ravens. And I'm going to talk about the Jets. I have them pretty low. Now, don't get me wrong, the Jets' defense on paper is going to be awesome, but the one thing the Jets don't seem to do is get touchdowns, a lot of return yards, special teams points. So in fantasy, you know, they're going to be solid this year. They're going to get more interceptions, et cetera, because of who they have now, but I just fantasy points, you know, it's tough to do defenses because you're thinking about the real defense and how it could translate fantasy-wise, and there's a lot of factors. A lot of bad teams actually can get you good points in fantasy, et cetera, with the return yards and stuff like that and touchdowns. So I have Jets 8, so that could be shocking for a lot of people, but it could be high for a lot too.
Yeah, I have at 10 through 6, I have the Rams, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Packers, and I'll talk about the Dolphins. They're going to be much, much improved on the defensive side of the ball, especially with Ndamukong Suh. They're going to force a lot more turnovers, I think, and they're going to get a lot of points. I don't know who's returning their kicks back. I don't know who their special teams guys are. I just know they have a bunch of wide receivers, and so if any one of them are actually running anything back, they got a lot of talent there as well. So look for the Dolphins to actually make some moves this year on the defensive side of the ball. Who's your 5 through 1?
Cardinals, which you had low, I have high. And Patriots, which you had low, I had high. Yeah. Texans, Buffalo Bills, and Seattle Seahawks. And the reason why I have Buffalo ranked so high is because they sack everybody, it seems. I mean, that defense gets you a lot of points with the sacks. That team is a sack machine. And also with the cold weather, you know, that usually helps later in the playoffs and stuff like that. So that's why I like cold weather teams in the, you know, for defenses. Because a lot of the quarterbacks aren't the same, especially whenever, you know, Drew Brees is scary, you know, but then whenever you look at your defenses and you see that he's playing in Buffalo, then you're like, okay, now Drew Brees isn't so scary in the snow. So that's how I always go by defenses. I think Buffalo had a tremendous year last year. I think they're only going to get better with Rex Ryan, because Rex Ryan's actually a good coach defensively. So I see Buffalo having a pretty good defensive year.
Yeah, they had their defensive man front, their 4-man front, all had 10+ sacks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Five for me, Texans. 4, the Vikings. 3, your Jets. Number 2, the Seahawks. I put the Seahawks way up there now. I had them ranked 3rd last time, but I put them up because of Tyler Lockett. The guy's a return machine. And I have the Bills at number 1. And I'm talking about the Vikings. Vikings are a team I have up high. They're a very young squad on defense, but they're very talented on defense. Can they stop the run? We'll see that this year, but I know they're definitely great against the pass. Their young secondary is very good. And on top of that, they have Cordero Patterson running kicks back. That guy is very, he's another one of those superstars, kind of like Devin Hester, that he anytime can break into the house, and that's why that gives the Vikings a higher ranking, because of that. Like you said, it's hard to judge defenses because in your mind you're thinking, well, this is the top defense, I want to put them in there, but they don't get you points. They just keep other teams from scoring, so they only get like low points unless they're like a high sack team, or they force a lot of turnovers. That's a little different, but defense and special teams is all about forcing turnovers, getting sacks, getting punt or kick returns for touchdowns. So, and also now this year, the chance to run safeties back. So if there's a chance where somebody's going for 2 and they get the ball and they run it back, that's 2 points for you right there. So that's going to be another positive thing to look for. Who has the better red zone defense? Those kind of things to look for. So that wraps it up for the defenses. Stay tuned. The next time we will be on will be our Stardom Situm show. That will be on Tuesday. That's when it'll be released. It'll be released every Tuesday. If you have problems with the rankings on Tuesday, feel free to go to the website all through the week. We will update our rankings daily on there in case people get injured or hurt, or anything happens. The ticker at the bottom, that'll have our weekly rankings also, so pay attention to that as well. Go to MagnaSportsNetwork.com, check out our sports blogs, everything sports there, along with our fantasy football stuff. Follow us on Twitter at JT_Magnum816 and at SiggyV. And don't forget to leave comments in the comment section. Don't forget to ask us questions on Twitter. And you got anything to add before we go? This is our final show before the start of the fantasy season. No?
Yep.
All right. A man of many words, that's Siggy. It's late at night. We've done a bunch of videos in a row. We are tired, and we're going to bring you the best content we can for the rest of the year. All right? So good luck in your fantasy drafts. Good luck in your fantasy football season, and stay tuned to us. And that's it. JT Magnum, Siggy Guns, Fantasy Football Fiends. We out. Peace.